Hi, we're going to be discussing homophones today. A homophone is a group of words, so it could be two or more words that sound exactly the same. Like when you pronounce them, they sound the same, but they have different meanings. So the reason that I drew a phone on here, this is like a hidden word in homophone of the phone. So you can think about that as like talking on the phone and hearing that sound. There's another word that's called a homonym, and it sounds very much the same as a homophone. And so I want you to remember homophone, they're different. A homophone is when the words sound the same, but they have different meanings. So we're going to talk about some examples of two words, in a couple of cases, three words that sound exactly the same, but they mean something different. The first pair of words are no and no. Remember, they sound exactly the same, but they mean different things. So this no is a negative thing, like no, 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 don't you do that. This one is like what you know in your brain. We've got no and no. Four, like the number 4. And then 4, like I got this birthday present for you. I'm going to give it to you. We've got a pair, right, like my right hand. I'm going to turn right down the street. And then the word write, when you write something, like I'm writing on the board. There's one that's really confusing. Oftentimes kids get confused on this. There are 3 words that sound exactly the same, but have different meanings. Let's talk quickly about these 3. So there. This first, there, you notice that it's a contraction. This is a contraction for they are. So they're on the swings. They are on the swings. There. This one means when somebody owns something. So this EIR at the end, it signifies ownership. OWNERSHIP. So if somebody owns something, like that is their backpack, their pencil, you wouldn't say it would be they are pencil. That would sound really crazy. So when you're choosing which word you're going to be writing, which homophone, you would not choose their with the apostrophe RE. You would choose their pencil. This there with the ERE at the end, it's for a location. This is the location. Over there. Like you're telling somebody a place where something is located. So the 3 different types of theirs. This is something that you learn in 1st grade, but you may have forgotten it. I want to kind of refresh that into your memory. These are homophones. 3 words sound exactly the same when you say them on your homophone, but they all have a different meaning when they're used. A few more. Here is my eraser. Here. This is a location. It's where it is. The other here has a hidden word inside of it of ear. E-A-R, ear. This is the hear that you hear with your ear. That's pretty easy to remember. Let's see. I'm trying to remember some homophones. I know. B and B. Please be nice. Bee. This is the little insect, the bee that buzzes around. So those are another pair of homophones. And then we've got sea, like when you see something, you look at it. And the sea of the ocean, the sea. I'm going to write a couple of pairs up here just so that you can kind of see them together. And then I have another sheet with a few practice sentences that we can identify the pairs of homophones. So we have 4 and 4. We've got all of those theirs. There, and there. We just did B and B. No and no. 2 we did not talk about. We have 2 pencils. I have to go to the restroom. And then I want to come too. This one means also. This T-O-O with the 2 O's means also. Right, we did right. and right, R-I-G-H-T. And then we did the numbers, we did the no, we did the here, H-E-R-E and H-E-A-R. You probably can think of a lot more than I can. I just wrote down a few to try to remember. Here are some sentences. So your job would be identify the homophones in these sentences. And I'm looking for a marker. I'm going to just use an expo marker, I suppose. So I write with my right hand. And when you say it out loud, you can hear how the words sound the same. I write with my right hand. So identifying homophones, it might even be helpful if you read the sentences out loud. You can figure out which words sound exactly the same. I see a dolphin in the sea. See and see. That's the pair of homophones in that sentence. Be careful! You almost sat on a bee. Now that would be terrible, but we've got the bee and the bee that we almost sat on. I knew you would like this new homophone game. So we've got new and new. Homophones can be really fun. There's an activity that I want you to be working on where you're going to write your own poem about homophones. I tried writing one. It takes a little bit of time. Please be prepared to do some erasing. It might be helpful if you look at a list of homophones. That's kind of what helped me, is looking at a list of homophones and then coming up with my own sentences and trying to make some rhymes with that was really fun as well. Homophones, words that sound the same but have different meanings.